Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. Want to talk a couple of PC game updates that want to go over, and as well, Valve and Steam has put out a pretty big post on their events section about the Steam Deck and going over its first month. I'll talk that at the end of this video, but of course, Steam Deck really in the news right now. A lot of you guys will probably already have it. Let me know, by the way, for those of you that have it, how has your experience been, with over the last month or so having the platform? But again, we'll get to that at the end of this video. First up, Rogue Legacy 2, been in early access for quite a while. I think going back to mid-2020, we now know that the game is officially seeing its out of early access full release come April 28th. It was noted Rogue Legacy 2 is finally reaching version 1.0, and we couldn't be happier with how it turned out. Our goal for Rogue Legacy 2 was always to make Rogue Legacy 3 because we didn't want to settle for just more. It had to stay true to the original, but also stand on its own as something new. After nearly 4 years of development, bringing it to the fans is the final step in this long journey, and we hope they find it as special as we do. Again, the game's been in early access for quite a while, but this is the version 1.0 release, and again, I mentioned it when talking about the Epic Game Store freebie. Really good timing. I don't know if it was a coincidence. I really wouldn't think it was, but Rogue Legacy 1 is free right now over on the Epic Game Store alongside Vanishing of Ethan Carter, but yeah, that's one of the more notable freebies in quite a while. I don't remember if it's been free before on EGS. I want to say it has, but don't quote me on that. But this has very positive reception on Steam, 3,937 reviews. 90% of those reviews are positive. $25 for the game. And, yeah, again, the full release coming at the end of this month, so that's going to be cool to see with its official release, and I imagine it's going to be a game that's going to roll out consistent updates for quite a while. Next up, a game that has just come out of early access. This is a pretty interesting title coming from One Seat Entertainment and Byte Barrel. It is Forgive Me Father, a Lovecraftian first-person shooter. One Seat Entertainment was nice enough to hook me up with a copy of this game. I'm going to get to it eventually, and I can give you guys my own thoughts on the game soon. It's just I got a ton on my plate right now with games I'm playing. Gotta complete Tiny Tina Wonderlands, gotta complete Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy Origins, and then we'll get to Forgive Me Father. But this game looks pretty interesting. It's noted to be a dark retro horror FPS set in a comic book style world inspired by the novels of H.P. Lovecraft. As the only one left with full senses, you begin a journey in a search of answers and relief. How long can you last? Awesome art style to this game. I think that's immediately going to draw some people in. Very stylish look to it. It's enjoying a 15% off launch discount, so instead of the $19.99 full MSRP or, full price, it is down to $16.99, so pretty good price on that as well, but pretty interesting, that Eldritch vibe going on for it as well, so if you like the look, if you like the style of the game, the themes, might be something worth checking out. If nothing else, add it to your wish list and maybe check it out sometime down the line, but excited to give that a go. Hopefully I can get to that this weekend. Next up, want to give you guys a heads up on the game Stray. This is coming from Annapurna Interactive and Blue 12 Studio, a game that has quite a bit of buzz surrounding it. It was just rated in the Korean's ratings board. This seems to be a game more so popular and having more attention on the PlayStation side of things, but it's also coming to PC that I don't think a lot of people know about that, but it's a game where it's like in a cyberpunk neon lit city, you play as a stray cat, and you kind of have to figure your way home. It's a pretty interesting title, and I think it's a game that a lot of people have been pretty excited for, but we haven't been getting updates pretty regularly. It is scheduled for a 2022 release window, and the fact that it just got listed or rated on the Korean's ratings board, that usually does put credence towards either a release coming soon or some sort of significant update coming soon. So be on the lookout for that if you do have some interest in the game. If you don't have interest in the game, well, check out the game. You probably don't know about it because most people that look at it and watch the trailer seem to be pretty interested in it. It's not going to be a full $60 price game, of course. We don't know the price point, but definitely not going to be a $60 title. Annapurna typically does not put out full price games. Like, they put out a Memoir Blue for $8. They put out The Pathless for $40. That's probably the priciest title they've put out. They've published Outer Wilds, 12 Minutes, titles of that, scale. But yeah, one to be on the lookout for. Lastly, I do want to note that Valve and Steam have put out marking Steam Deck's first month and all of the things that they've done with the game. There's a lot to go over, and I'm not going to go over everything, but they already noted Deck verified 2,000 strong and growing in just 1 month. We've passed a huge milestone with 2,000 games now officially Deck verified or playable. So Deck verified means that the game is like making a natural transition to the Steam Deck. Playable means it works fine, but there might be some UI issues and things like that. Like when a game launches, it might not completely smoothly go into the interface on the Steam Deck, but it's still completely playable. You know, some games have launchers and things like that. You get the idea. It's been exciting to see the variety of games the community has been playing. New or old, big or small, every genre, it seems like players have been having a ton of fun on Deck. We're going to continue charging through the Steam catalog and can't wait to share the next big milestone here. We're also carefully listening to customer feedback in the space as we want to make sure the Deck Verified program is doing its job. To that end, they've also added a feedback feature allowing customers to signal whether they agree or disagree with the verified rating for each title. You know, it does seem like a lot of people are playing their big budget games on the Steam Deck. Like, people are playing Elden Ring on the Steam Deck, and hell, more power to you. You know, it's not something that I personally am excited to do, but you know, with those bigger scale games, your Elden Rings and new release, like a Resident Evil Village, for example, which can run on this, Control can run on this easily, mind you, given its 720p screen, those games can run. I just prefer to play games like that on my PC or on a console on my TV, but, you know, your Bastions of the world, Hades, a lot of JRPGs, Valkyria Chronicles, Legend of Heroes, those are the games I'm gonna be playing a ton of on the Steam Deck. They also note anti-cheat progress, Steam Store, and your library connect you to games beyond Steam. They note we work closely with Microsoft to bring Xbox Cloud Gaming to Steam Deck users through the Microsoft Edge browser, and members of the community contributed to the Edge Flatpak that makes it accessible on Steam Deck. To enable it, we collaborated with the Google Chrome team on adding native support for the Deck controller so it can be detected directly by websites. They also note keyboard. Since launch, we've improved the on-screen keyboard experience as well. Dual trackpad typing is now available. The game mode keyboard is now available in desktop mode, and we've added a bunch of new keyboard themes so you can pick whatever suits your typing mood. Power, finding ways to improve battery life for Steam Deck is always high on our list. We find that depending on what you're doing, you can expect between 2 to 8 hours of gameplay, but if you want to optimize for battery life even further, there are additional options. In the past month, we've added the ability to reduce your frame rate all the way down to 15 FPS. This setting works great for visual novels, puzzles, and a lot of simulation games. Obviously, 15 FPS is not going to be ideal in fast-paced titles, but visual novels frame rate's not that big of a deal. And for those of you that love to tinker, we've made TDP processor power, GPU clock control, and FSR screen scaling settings available to optimize power even further. They also note some Windows things and the talk of it still being a PC at heart. And what's next? You know, this is going to be something that a significant amount of people still don't have their Steam Deck, and it's going to be evolving over time. There's going to ultimately be other iterations of the platform being put out. This is still something that's relatively in its infancy, and a device like this is just going to progress and progress. But it does seem like Valve has a winning formula here, and at the very least, people are interested in it, which that's all you want. They have the fundamental design in place where people are captivated by the platform, people are willing to spend big money on the platform. You're good. Now just work on making it better. Yeah, ultimately you're going to put out a Steam Deck improved version. That's going to be way down the line. Well, relatively down the line, all things considered. But now you've got people's foot in the door. It's something people are interested in. Valve has a winning concept here, and it's about continuing and consistently doing things like this to make the platform better. And I think they are ultimately going to do that. And I think the sky's the limit for Steam Deck. In all honesty, the sky is the limit for this, and I think it's something that a ton of people want to check out, especially if at some point it's just readily available in stores. I really do see this being a platform a ton of people check out. Maybe that's a bit of hyperbole coming from me, but we'll see how ultimately it turns out. But that's going to do it for me. Again, Rogue Legacy dropping at the end of this month on April 28th. Forgive me, Father, have that game on your radar. I think it could be something that surprises a lot of people, as is the case with Stray. Hopefully we hear more about that soon, and Steam Deck getting quite a bit of updates over the course of the last month or so. That's going to do it for me. Let me know all your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you guys have a request for a future video, you can leave that in the comments as well, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.